Good morning everyone, and welcome to video 25 of Exposing the Beast System. At this time, you need to forget everything that you have ever learned in this world and start fresh. Start fresh. I'm wearing the shirt again. Remind all my people to just take a deep breath. Know that everything's going to be okay. Put your feet on the ground, put your hands in the soil today, ground yourself, and it'll make for a better day. It'll make for a better day. I'm only here to present you with an alternative set of facts to what you've been taught, to what you've been brainwashed with your entire life. That's my job. I'm just here to present you with an alternative set of facts. One has to want to wake up in order to wake up. You have to want to wake up. I can't wake anybody up. You have to want to wake up. You have to be hungry for the knowledge. And then once the eyes are open, then the knowledge comes, and it comes. Honestly, it's rarely anything other than a bitter pill to swallow. The truth. And they design it that way. It's all by design. Yeah, you have to want to wake up. And speaking of wanting to wake up, I actually woke a person up yesterday. Woke a person up to a couple of deceptions. They were aware of contrails and chemtrails and the difference and things like that, but I woke them up to a few other deceptions. And then a few other deceptions will be revealed to them. It's just how it works. The awakening process is a slow process. People just want to jump A to Z in one day, and you just can't do that. You just can't do that. Be overwhelmed, man. You have a breakdown, I'm sure. It's very gratifying when I wake someone up. It really is. When I expose a deception to someone, it really is. It's very gratifying. Very gratifying. Yeah, the devil people, they write history one way, and it happens a different way. I've watched history happen one way in my life, and I've watched it get written down in history books a totally different way than how it actually happened. And that just makes me not trust any history at all. And there's no reason that you should trust any of the history that these people give you. No reason whatsoever. Because if you do actual science yourself, I've done actual science myself. I've been to different places and stuff. And, it just doesn't wash. The story doesn't wash, okay? The devil tells us right to our face what it's doing. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, it tells us. It tells us right to our face. We hear it all the time if you have ears to hear. The thing that they don't teach you in church, and what I'm going to tell you right now is the devil is a man that walks the earth, okay? The devil can take on any form on earth that it wants to. Any form. Any form. How do I know this? Because I have actually had contact with the devil. That's why I'm making these videos. That's exactly why I'm making these videos. You want to know an experience that happened to me? I was standing in front of a ugly ass orange brick wall, mason wall bullshit, and the individual pointed at the wall and said, "Watch this," and the words "I love you" popped right out of the brick. Okay, right out of the brick. So I think I might be qualified. It was shortly thereafter I severed any contact with that individual. Yeah, the devil can take on any form in the world. The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And hiding the truth from the Almighty's people, hiding what our real reality is supposed to be, and what our real journey is supposed to be, and what our real mission here is supposed to be. They hide that from us. They don't tell us that stuff. But that's just the way it is here on a satanic controlled earth. They run the show down here. They run the show. Okay, so media, we're in the media, it's all media. Books are media, TV, Hollywood, it's all media. It's all media pushed on you with a particular story, a particular set of lies that you are presented with. And none of it's true, folks. None of it. None of it's true. None of it's true at all. None of the story that they give us about any of the history, about anything, is true. None of it. Yeah, the distractions are perpetuated by the media. You know, they pull these hoaxes out and distract people. And, you know, it's not enough that you have to worry about your mortgage payment, your phone payment, your insurance payment, car payment, you know, all that. It's not enough. Then they're going to throw all these hoaxes on you to distract you and make you feel a particular way about any particular subject. And all they're trying to do is divide you with the person next to you. Hope that you have a different perspective on this particular event than the person next to you, because they want to divide us. They want us all divided up so that we can't effectively communicate, and then their job is halfway done. When the communication breaks down, then everything else breaks down after that. Yeah, the devil people, they just want to remove our own natural reality and substitute their own. And that's just the way it is. And if you don't believe me, you can listen to this guy. He's going to tell you.
I reject your reality and substitute my own. 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 I reject your reality and substitute my own.
You see, the devil people want to remove our natural reality and substitute their own sick, depraved version of it. That's all. That's what they're doing. And they admit it to you right there. And the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And if you don't believe me, listen to this guy. Do you have ears to hear?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Are you listening?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Are you listening?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Are you listening?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
That's a fact. Well, there you have it, folks. It's right from their mouth to your ears. These people are devils. They're devils. Don't get it twisted. They are who they are. They get riches and fame for selling their souls. That's all true. It's very true. Okay? Well, what you need to understand is that's not the whole story. That's not the whole story. They have to sell their souls. That's a fact. And if you're just a ground level Mason, that's basically what you do to get into the club. But, you know, after that, you're basically inverting your children. It's trying to create their androgynous idea of utopia. They're just a bunch of sick people. You know, you just have to look at the representation of the Baphomet and look at the symbolism that is in that photo, in that image. There are a bunch of images. So look at all of them. Look at as many of them as you can. And then correlate those images to the images that you're surrounded with all the time. Like the crescent moon, the pentagram, which they love to call the star. It's not a star, folks. Go look at a star. Go and YouTube search an actual star and look at what it looks like. And it looks nothing like that five-sided creepy thing that they hand you. The pentagram. Well, this is going to be the end of video 25 for today. I hope that you have a blessed week. Forget everything that you've ever learned, folks, and start fresh. I'll see you again soon.